Fucking
Never
Tuesday.
trust a guy named Jared. That's that.
Fuck you, you little dipshit.
He's a dipshit wannabe banger.
That would describe our next Dick nominee. That would be one Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt. He's a Kevin. What are we going to do with this bag of Kevins?
Okay.
So here we're from now on. This is a new rule, and I will slap you if you don't follow it. We call him Governor Shit. Okay.
No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, you just want to be slapped.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Banning abortion. It's like, ugh. We're still here. We're still banning abortions. So Kevin Stitt on Tuesday signed into law legislation banning nearly all abortions in any point during pregnancy. So a flagrant violation of Roe versus Wade, the landmark Supreme Court. Okay, go.
The Oklahoma law, one of the harshest abortion bans enacted since Roe, will likely be blocked by the courts.
Like I said, Oklahoma is okay because no one can spell mediocre.
In Oklahoma, yeah. It will likely be blocked by the courts for now because states cannot ban abortion before a fetus can survive outside the womb, and that's roughly 22 weeks. But it shows how precarious reproductive rights in the U.S. have become and how emboldened anti-abortion lawmakers already are as this country waits for the Supreme Court's decision in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization, the biggest challenge to abortion rights in decades. In that case,
tell me how you really feel about this.
In a second. In that case, which will be decided in the coming weeks or months, the state of Mississippi is calling on the justices to overturn Roe and uphold its previability ban. I don't know what that is.
Let there be light.
Look
at this.
That must be a legal term. I see it. Yeah. Looks good. If the court does either or both, even extreme laws like Oklahoma's could become constitutional. That's how constitutional laws are made. You get a bunch of precedent.
I look, go. Like
okay, so first of all, Greg Stitt, Governor Stitt.
She came to me with this story, and I was like, oh, all right, well, you seem pretty passionate.
Okay,
about
are you
this.
First, let me ask you, biological sex and gender identity. You are a man, a dude, correct?
I am a dude.
You are, you identify as a dude, correct?
Well, I mean, really, it's however you identify me, right?
Well, that's.
I mean, I don't really give a fuck.
That gets a little deeper than I'm trying to go here. I'm trying to make the point.
I agree. But I'm like, how are you?
As a biological man, will you ever face the decision of having having an abortion? Will that ever be something you have to decide personally in your body?
I mean, okay, devil's advocate. If I was passionate about it, and was like, well, wow, I really wanted that kid, which has happened to people before, where the woman has aborted the kid. I was like, well, that was rude, but that was it. Like, basically, I was like, that seemed rude.
So here is
But other than that, it was at her convenience. I don't give a shit.
Okay, here is an earful of reality for any men out there who start whining about men's rights with regard to abortion. When you put your penis in a woman's vagina.
Well, listen, Dr. Dipshit.
Yes, Dr. Dipshit, you are tacitly signing on to her reproductive choices. You need
never trust a guy named Jared. That's that.
You need to think about that before you stick your penis inside a woman.
Here we go. Look.
And you think that's not fair. Okay, you might think that's not fair. I shouldn't have to think about that stuff. Well, if you're going to have an opinion after the fact, you need to think about it before the fact. because the fact is women get pregnant. Women have to carry babies. Men, no, absolutely not. So if you are not okay with her reproductive choices, you yourself do have some choices. You can not have sex with her. You can get a vasectomy. Banger, yeah. You can get a vasectomy, which is reversible.
Banger.
Or you can bag your you can bag up your penis in
There
a
we go.
condom, understanding that it's not 100%. You have choices. But once you've impregnated, or I should say, once you've stuck your penis inside of a woman,
Wow.
a
See,
woman's vagina,
there are children.
your choices end there.
There might
So,
be children.
Governor Shit,
Okay.
fuck off. You don't get to make these decisions. This should not even be political.
Nope. No. Okay.
And another devil's advocate, another.
No tallywhacker. No tallywhacker.
Well, there's somebody who doesn't ever have to make that decision. Pregnancy in this country is actually a potentially very life-threatening illness because we have the highest. Wait a minute, I'm not done. Last I checked, you were not reproductive capable. This is a women's issue here. We have the highest maternal mortality rate in the developed world.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's being investigated, but I have a pretty good theory.
We here on KROT in no way endorse.
Well, I don't know. Let me say what I'm going to say. We also have some of the best doctors in the world, yet we have the highest maternal mortality rate in the world. Why is that? You've got great doctors, high maternal mortality rate. What's that about? Okay.
Money.
My theory is that, yeah, money, basically. Women can't afford medical insurance. They can't afford medical care. They don't have a women's clinic somewhere nearby because fuckers like Governor Shit keep closing them down, making them non-viable to work. So women aren't getting prenatal care. Now, when you get prenatal care, you go in once a month and they do two things. Well, they do three things, actually. You pee in a cup and they check for two things. They check for sugar and they check for protein. Why are you scared of this, you, you pussy? The other thing they do is they listen for the baby's heartbeat. But protein in the urine indicate, they also check your blood pressure. The most common pregnancy-related disease is preeclampsia. If it's not detected early in the pregnancy, it can very easily kill you. So women aren't getting their prenatal care, and I think they need to look at what's killing the women. And I will bet you it's preeclampsia. I'll bet that's at the top of the list. And it's women, and you know, you have a woman who says, you know, I had a baby once before and I had no complications. So this next pregnancy, I don't need a doctor. I don't need to worry about paying for that. And then she strokes out while she's in labor or in her third trimester. So that's my speech. If you have something to say, now is the time to say it.
Not a goddamn thing.
Is that because you're scared?
No, it's just that yeah, these are issues that I really haven't had to deal with. I mean, I had a couple kids and things worked out good and whatever, you know.
Now, that's not to say fathers don't have rights, but
well, I mean,
if the woman decides to have a child, you damn well better provide for that child because you signed on to her reproductive rights when you stuck your penis in her vagina.
You know what? I helped make 2 children and helped raise a third. So there.
Yeah. You're a good dad.
Thank you.
You
Wasn't easy.
so and I'm preaching to the choir on that one.
Yeah.
You being the choir.
Yeah. No.
No, it's not easy. Raising kids is really hard.
Women's issues, I'm like, hey, what do my daughters think? And that's whatever. I'm like, all right, like whatever you say. It's like, that's yeah, cool. Yeah, that's I'm good. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
So Governor Shit, you are a dick nominee, and oh God, look at him.
Ugh.
Oh, he looks like a man who wants his women pregnant, barefoot and pregnant.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, let's not make assumptions. He could be an incel.
Probably that too, but that doesn't contradict what I just said. It doesn't have to be his wife who's barefoot and pregnant.
Okay, so how are we going to deal with these assholes?
The people of Oklahoma need to get together and have this guy booted, have him recalled. Find the contact the ACLU, have their legal experts descend on this, and find a way to shut this fucker
Look,
down.
when we get into these segments, it just devolves into me going, like, why are we still talking about this?
Well, what you used to say was,
It's the woman.
yeah, you used to say, I
have a dick.
Yeah.
I really, it's like, okay, it's just, if a woman wants to have an abortion, like, the fuck? I mean, I could be butthurt about it. Damn, I was hoping to lock that chick down. Right? Like, what?
But you made a decision when you put your dick in her that
Well,
you have to honor her reproductive choices.
She likes saying dick.
Excuse me?
You like saying dick a lot.
A dick? I've liked many of them in my life. That's not the point.
Again, I should have, like, I mean, I can go like, look, I don't like the idea that a baby's not going to get born. I love babies.
I love babies too.
They're fun.
But I don't have a right to
kickable.
dictate what somebody else does. Yeah, you can roll them up and you roll them up like a burrito and kick them like a football.
Man,
play catch with them.
No, but I was like 15 and I had little sisters, and I would be like, "What's up?"
And they love it.
And I would be like, "What's your name?"
My brother would do that.
I do that in a safe way.
We had when my niece was I had one niece who was like 4, and then Forrest and my niece April were like a year and a half, 18 months. You know, not walking. They're walking, but fairly newly walking.
Kickable.
And my brother would, we'd have family gatherings. My brother would pick up the older one and toss her in the air and catch her, toss her in the air and catch her, pick up Forrest, toss them in the air and catch him, toss them in the air and catch him. And then he'd pick up April and do the same thing. And Forrest would line up behind the last person who got tossed and be like, and not even begging, just like, my turn, do it.
Hey, look, I am pro-choice, but I am not anti-baby.
Same.
I would do this thing. I would take a car seat and I'd put a little kid in the car seat. And I would take the car seat and I would just spin. And I'm looking right at the kid while I'm holding this thing. I'm just spinning around in circles.
How are you doing? You're talking about not
I'm leaning back. Like,
so you have a car seat that's not attached.
No, I'm holding it in my hands,
but it's not attached. It's not in a car.
I would do this thing.
Wait, it's not in a car. It's separate. Okay, and the kid's strapped into it.
I would just go sit down in the car seat, and I would go, and then I would take the car seat and I would just start spinning.
So you were like an amusement park ride. Yeah.
They loved it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Kids love being put in an altered state. They love it when they're adults too, but they do it differently.
Look, man, nobody wants to kill babies.
No.
But when it comes down to it, it's I have to just be pro-choice because I'm never going to have to get an abortion. You good?
I'm good. I think I blew my wad there. The next segment, I'm going to be like,
I am the G Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
This
Is Nothing Yet Live.